I'm going to talk today about relaxation and self-care. I'm going to talk about them in two contexts, really, for anybody suffering from anxiety and also for everyone who is feeling the stress and overwhelm that Christmas can bring. So let's start with anxiety. Inability to relax, both physically and mentally, is a major symptom of clinical anxiety. Next, let's look at Christmas. Well, I don't have to tell you what has to be done at Christmas. I'm busy making lists and allocating days at the moment, so I get it all done. And I haven't got that much to do, but it needs to be done. And often people who suffer from anxiety have relatively low self-esteem, lack confidence, and often they're perfectionists. So it's not just that everything has to be done, but everything has to be perfect. And this year, I think it's worse. There are added uncertainties. There were uncertainties around what we could do at Christmas. But I think an awful lot of pressure is being put on us to be responsible. And that's absolutely right. I understand that. But I know that it's causing a number of people to have a rethink. Should I be doing what I plan to do? But this year, it's all been up in the air and is still for many people up in the air while they think, what's more important, having the Christmas we want or staying safe? You know, it's a bit of a Hobson's choice, really. So, what can we do about it? How can we relax? How can we get ourselves out of that overwhelmed state? What physically is right for you? I think a lot of people think of self-care as, oh, I must meditate on a daily basis. And it isn't that. What you must do on a daily basis is something that makes you feel better. So hypnosis, particularly the way that I do it with anxiety clients, can be a very, very relaxing experience. I talked about meditation, and yes, meditation does work. Mindfulness does work. It does need to be done regularly, and certainly when you're learning, it needs to be done on a daily basis, and in most people's view, it needs to be done on a daily basis for the rest of your life. The other thing that happens, both to people with clinical anxiety and to people in a stressed or overwhelmed state, is that their sleep is affected. And then moving on more specifically to self-care, I mean, I've covered some of this already. Every day should contain a moment. It might be 5 minutes, but some days it should be longer. That is just for you to do whatever it is that makes you feel better. Well, isn't that very selfish? No, it isn't. Yes, you should be doing it for you, but if you are stressed, anxious, whatever, you are not as nice to be with as you are when you're calmer and more relaxed. Some practical things. So make a list of all the things that have to be done for Christmas. And I have done that, and I've allocated days to it. But I've also pruned it. Yeah, maybe it's something you do every year, but do you have to? So would it be the end of the world if something was removed from the list? It is okay to ask for help and get help from other people. Another type of list you could make when you're looking for things that make you feel better is to make a list of your daily activities. We do this on the mindfulness course I do. List your daily activities, or maybe at the moment list all the things you've got to do in the days leading up to Christmas, and go through and mark them either with an N or a D. N is for nurturing. These are activities that make you feel better, that are giving something to you. And then D for depleting. These are the activities that make you feel exhausted and overwhelmed and whatever. And the idea is when you've done this I'm pretty much prepared to bet a significant sum of money that there will be more D's than N's. So going back to what I said before, how can you get rid of some of the D's? And either just don't do them, or get other people to do them, or find an easier way of doing them. And how can you increase the N's? And that is where self-care comes in, and making time for something extra that makes you feel better. Please, 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 self-care is important.